Okay, so
Kendra's gonna go through the creating the Facebook ads again. So take it away, Kendra.
okay, so today we're gonna learn on how to do lead generation. So the last class we did was how to build your campaign. And this just goes off of the campaign you built to get leads that come in with their phone number, their names, their emails. Okay. Okay, create a lead ad. So you're going to start down on your drop down menu, the arrow that points down, and click to create an ad. And from there, you build the ad like you normally would, but instead of clicking click through or anything, you'll just click lead generation. Okay. So let me actually go. So the drop-down menu, create ad, just like we've done before, and we'll pick lead generation. I'm in Facebook. So from your Facebook, let's say you'll start off logging in into your normal Facebook. You'll use the drop-down arrow, and you'll scroll down to create ad, just like we did the last week.
Is everybody there?
Okay, who is not there? I can show you how to get there. Okay. Yeah, so then I'll actually click through with you guys. Okay, well, let me help her.
There you go, Brad. You got the real recording now. So much easier when you have a laptops don't work too well.
Yeah, I think you notice you go to Facebook on your phone or your iPad or your computer and it's different. Different stuff shows up. You're like, where is that post I just saw on my phone? It's like, I don't understand why it differs.
Come on, always bring a laptop. Over and over again. We'll get it.
Okay, so we're gonna go from this page, we're gonna click lead generation. And we're gonna write our campaign name. So I usually start lead dash your name, the month, and if this is their first campaign, 01. This way, if you're running more than one campaign, it helps you track it and know which leads come from which campaign. So from there, I'll hit continue. And we're gonna pick our ad set name. So I usually do the name of the person, the month, August.
What's that say?
Ad set name, and the number of the campaign. Sometimes I'll switch around the campaign, so then I'll switch the number and it'll be, so I want to track that. Then you'll pick the page you're going to run your ad to. This ad will not show up on the page specifically. However, they have a chance to like your page from the ad. So let's just do.
Are these all ones that you have built, Kendra?
Yes.
So when we go in, we have access to that?
If I add you as an admin, you will have access to it.
So they have to set up a page where they can find some.
Well, they should just be running them to their business page that we set up previously, correct. If they want to run it to the destination page, then I'll have to add them. And before you can move on, you have to accept the terms of Facebook. So just click it and agree to the terms. And this is all similar to what we did before when building our campaign. You'll pick your location. And you can do how many miles outside of Denver, or you can do all of Colorado. You can do a zip code. Age, so just the people you're trying to target. Let's just say for Jim, I'll usually do 40 and up. Languages, if you speak multiple languages, then you can add it on here, just English for us. And here it's telling you the audience size, your potential reach, estimated daily reach, and the leads that you can potentially get. As you start to narrow it down by the targeting, you can see this change over here. So if I did farm, our potential reach went down from 800,000 to 100,000, but our daily leads could be from 10 to 29. I try to pick the interest of the people of like the area that you're running an ad for. So if someone wants to live in downtown Denver, they're probably going to be younger, they're going to be interested in nightlife, going out, stuff like that. If it was going to be Parker, maybe farmland, horses, stuff like that. So you just try and think of the interests of the people that you're trying to get that will most likely live in the area you're advertising for. And then from there, you're going to click Edit Placements. And you're going to unclick Instagram, because you don't want to pay for your ads to go on Instagram, because it's not going to be compatible. And here you can set your daily budget, anywhere from $5 a day to, well, however much you're wanting to spend, and click Continue. So all of these steps we went through on our last class. So all of those steps are on the PowerPoint. And here you're going to pick the image. And there are different dimensions that you'll need to fit for Facebook for the campaign, but the number one thing when choosing a picture is it can't have more than 20% text on the picture itself, or else you won't be approved. So
20% less?
it has to be then 20% less text. So like this one right here, how it says Jim Wanzek, it's probably more than 20%. So that wouldn't be approved. I wouldn't use that anyways, but let's just say this one.
Where you can go to Google Images and pick an image there, and if it's on Google Image, is that something we can use without violating copyright laws?
Yeah, you can use Google Images. You can use Flickr, Instagram. When you agree to terms on Google, Facebook, and Instagram and Flickr, once you put your pictures on there, you're releasing the ownership of the pictures. So anyone can take them and use them. But some people get angry, so I usually give credit if it's an organic post. But that's why most people watermark them, so that they're still like the owner. And then from here, you can move this up and down to kind of make your picture fit better. Let's just say that. And as you update your picture, it'll update it on the ad over here, so you can kind of get an idea of what it will look like.
Question.
Yes.
You just grab the picture, it's not an actual listing?
This is Jim's listing,
Okay.
State Highway 83.
I see.
So you just copied the URL of the picture?
No, I have a Mac, so you can just grab, pull it off and drag it and put it on your desktop, and then upload it from your desktop. But if you don't have a Mac, you can right-click and save image. So from there, and this was in last week's class as well, but you have your text. And the text, this goes up top. So usually I'll do something like a new listing by Jim, call today, something like that. The display, the headline goes right here. And it's up to like your preference, but I'll usually do the address. And that will show up right here in bold letters. So whatever you choose, for this, it's got to be something either like address or something interesting to kind of grab the viewer's interest. And below, if it's a listing, I'll do something like 3 bedrooms. And I'll talk about the property here. There is. It gets cut off, but you can just keep going and see where it gets cut off. And then you can have your call to action. I usually do learn more, but because it's usually a listing. And if you grab your URL and put it in the display link here, then it'll show up down here. And at the end, they'll have a chance to go back to Facebook after they put in their information or go to your page. So then it's another option to drive people to your website.
Okay, where's everybody at? On the blog? Do we put our website in there, or what do you put in there?
I'll usually put Jim's website in there. That way at the end, yeah. So you can just go to your own website and just click here and copy it and then paste it into here, display link. And then it also will show it down here.
So you can put your website, you can put the property URL on it, you can put what?
Yeah, you could do the property URL. I usually don't because then it is so long, it just doesn't look as good. And this was on the, on last week's, or a couple weeks ago's PowerPoint. So this is where we're getting to what's new, is the lead form. So from here, we're gonna do new form. And this is what is gonna gather their information, their email, their phone number, and their name. So from here, you're gonna title it. And if it's a listing, I'll title it as the listing. If it's a location or whatever ad, I just try and keep it well organized. Whatever. And so this is the welcome screen. You have the chance to use the picture that is on the page that you selected, your business page, or you can upload a new image. So let's just say this. And on this picture, you can use a picture with more than 20% text. You won't get denied. And when you scroll down here, you can go paragraph or bullets. So if it's a house, you can list, how many bedrooms, how many bathrooms. If you're having an open house, you can put the date of the open house. Or you can just write a little paragraph about yourself.
So when you're doing the destination ones, is that where you're putting the information when you click on the second one, it says learn more and all that? Do we have to put all that in?
Correct.
So each time, manually, we would have to do that as we set up a new destination, unless it's one that you've done.
Every time you create a new campaign, you have to create a new lead form. Just so that way, because you want to tailor each lead form to whatever you're advertising. So you just go through these steps. But you can, if you're using, let's say, destination Franktown is one I always use. When I redo that campaign, I can still use the lead form because it is destination Franktown. But if I was using or doing a campaign for destination Parker, I wouldn't want to use, a lead form for another city. And so then your headline. If it's a listing, I'll do the address. Or you can put your name, you can do, whatever. This is basically the bold statement of what they're gonna get. And you pick your button text. So when they click again, you'll get to choose what they're gonna click. So if I'm doing one for, or see now, or learn more. If it's a house, maybe learn more because they want to go see the house. But this is where they will click again to put their information. So if we click on questions, here is where we're going to pick on what information we want to gather from the people. So their email, their full name. I'll click that because I hate that. So we want their phone number because we want Jeffrey to call. And then we want their email. So I unclick email, so then it gets moved to the bottom. So full name, phone number, email. You can also do zip code, work email, stuff like that. I try not to put too many questions in because I don't want to scare them away. And you can add your own question, a custom question. Are you ready to buy now? When are you thinking about buying? And give them options, multiple choice. Here. Privacy policy. You cannot move forward with the lead form without putting a privacy policy in. So if you guys go to your home and do, and go down, you can grab the URL to this privacy policy and enter this. And then it pulls up the privacy policy here. And then your thank you screen. So after they've clicked through, they're going to click on the ad. Then they're going to see, they'll click on the ad. They'll see this with whatever information you put here. They'll click again. Their information from Facebook will auto-populate into this form. They'll click submit, and this thank you screen will pop up. And here's where they'll have a chance to visit your website if you entered your website link. Just do that. And then they can go view website. It'll take them directly there. Yes.
Could you just, each profile have an email address and phone number? Do they have to do that? I mean, might someone have that phone number?
Well, they'll either have their phone number or email. Most people have both, but it won't let them submit it without adding their phone number and email. So they'll have to manually type it. Yes. So with this lead form, once you're done, you'll click finish. I didn't have enough stuff. Okay. And it will show you here. So if you want to check it over before you go live, you'll see here, this will be your business page. On the campaign, they'll have a chance to like the page from your ad, or they can click learn more. Once they do, then here's your lead form. This is what will pop up, whatever information you put here. They'll click learn more. It'll take them here to put in their information. They'll submit it to you, and then they'll be able to view your website. From there, I will show you how to get your leads. Let's see here. Okay. From here, we're going to go drop down menu. Why won't it go? And then you're going to click Ads Manager. And then we can see here. Here is a listing we're running. You want to click on it 3 times to where it says Ads for Ad Set. Here is your lead form. You can click on your lead form and download it. And all of your leads that have come in from the campaign will be here. And as you can see, you'll have their name, their email, and their phone number. And then Jeffrey calls them. So everything is here. It'll tell you which campaign. I mean, this is from one campaign only, but it'll tell you the time that they submitted their information, and then it'll look like this. So you can see who they are. Okay. Yep.
So where's everybody stuck at?
Yeah. I kind of like sped up there. It takes a while to create. If you go to actually create the campaign, we don't have time to actually do it. Okay.
You've told me in the past what is the desired potential reach monthly goal? 200,000 please?
It depends. Oh yeah, the desired, you want anywhere between 100,000 to 200,000. Anything more, it's too broad. And you want to try and get your leads, your estimated leads, between at least where it says the minimum of 2 per day to 30 per day. So you want to just keep messing around and watching as that changes to see, because Facebook will analyze it based on your interests and then kind of give you the idea of how likely they are to click through to give you that information. So you want it to say at least a minimum of 2 leads per day. Because sometimes it'll say that the reach is 200,000, but it'll say 0 to 15 leads, and you don't want the option of 0 because you're paying per day.
You're paying per day even if it's not clicked?
Correct. You can...
When they click through.
No, you have the option to do a click-through, but then with the lead form, they're clicking 3 times, and you're paying per click, and they might click through and get to where they can put their information in and then back out, and you paid for that.
So that option obviously is on there when you're setting up your dollar amount, whether it's per day
Or per click, correct.
And if you already set one up and you want to modify it because you're not seeing the leads that you're describing, you can go back in and edit.
Yes, so if you click on ads, this is where you're gonna edit the ad itself, the picture, the information on the ad. You wanna click ad set and then go edit. And this is where you can change the budget, the demographics, the leads. See, right now our potential reach is 210,000 people, but per day it's between 800 and 1,500 people with a minimum of 3 leads a day to 15 a day. But you can change it here, and then you can change your bid amount to manual, and then that's when you do, instead of by impression, you'll do click through. Yeah, so if you're not getting the type of leads or leads that you really want to get, then you go in here and then you change it around. And then you can just watch the audience change as you add stuff. You can broaden it, change the age from there. And that is under ad set, not ad. Yes.
Is it better to put zip codes in, or is it, what would you say, zip codes or just by counties? What is best?
Usually I'll do the city and then narrow it around pretty tightly around the city. If it's a listing, I usually do 25 to 30 miles outside of the listing just because people might want to move to that area. But it really depends. I mean, we're going to try and narrow it down to just a couple mile radius and watch that and see what kind of leads we get. But it's really about playing around with it, watching it, and see how it's working, and then tailoring it to get better leads.
Other questions? Do you need her to back up, go through something again?
Well, we do have a PowerPoint Peggy will send out that has every step. Let's see, every step here with just a little information, not like the last one. I barely put any words, but I have screenshots of every step for you guys. So you'll be able to see it from there as well. Yes.
Okay, so you're advertising a listing,
Mm-hmm.
and you tell your seller you're advertising on Facebook. How can you just have them go in and see your ads on Facebook?
They won't be able to see the ad unless you give them the login information, but you can screenshot the ad
So
and send it to them.
it's just out there. I mean, they can't go.
Yeah, so how it works.
Go to a certain page or something.
No, so even though this is linked to a certain page, like your business page, that just gives the people who see the ad the opportunity to like that page. The ad goes out to the people that you pick specifically by their age range, their location, and their interests. So the demographics that you set, that's the people that will see the ad. So unless your client happens to fall into that, or the owner, they're not going to see it because they'll pull up on their feed. So, for instance, if I go here, I'll be able to show you, and it'll pull up on my feed just because I'm going to do it. But so if they happen to fit into those demographics, they will be scrolling their feed, so they'll have, their friend stuff, and then they'll go down and then they'll see it. And it says that it's sponsored. Yeah, so I would screenshot it like this, and then here, I'm not gonna put submit because then it won't let me show you again. But then of the thank you screen so that they can see it, and then just email it to them.
There's not a URL for that either, so we can send them a link to that.
No. The ad only goes out to the demographics that are set. There is no URL and there's no way to specifically find it if you were looking for it, unless you're the owner of the ad and you go to manage ads.
I see Jim's and Travis's all the time.
Yeah. Well, that's probably because you're in the area and on the pages too, so, yes.
I talked to two clients last night, I think I sent those both to Susan from Jim's clients, and they had forgot which one of the ads they looked at, but they still wanted interest, they wanted more for Susan to send them information about Franktown.
Mm-hmm.
So how do I get like one folder and I got those ads so I can just email CC her on it, so I can send them right out to them?
But if I sent you the lead, then the phone number should have which ad it came from.
It says Franktown.
So then it came from Living in Franktown, that campaign.
That one you sent me that picture?
Do you want me to email? Oh, because you want them to see the ad that they clicked on?
Say, well, I looked at Cover Franktown, which one is it? I don't, so what do I do? Do I send them, you know,
Well,
this is what.
that's a whole separate.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a question. I mean, I don't know how to do
We'll
that.
figure it out.
Okay, yes. So, does anyone have any other questions?
Just tell them if they have a doubt, just call Steve. How much you need to approve?
Okay, who is building a campaign right now? I can come around and look at it and help you. Okay.